Hi. Hello, everyone. We are live. I hope you can hear me. Right. Another interesting day. We're going to be discussing another interesting topic today. I hope you are all ready. I am ready. And this is a topic that I'm very passionate about. And I hope you have all come very ready and ready to participate as usual and to let's discuss this topic and learn a lot from it. So yes, first things first, I need to introduce myself. My name is Mabel and this channel is called Ask Auntie Mabel because we discuss various interesting topics and we answer questions that have been asked by our community, members of our community, subscribers or friends and family members, as I've come to know all of you now. So good evening. It's evening in the UK. So I would like to say, if you are coming across my channel and this video for the first time, you are welcome to this beautiful family. The live stream we do every Saturday at 6 p.m. Some of you that don't live in, or those of us who live in UK, we know that the weather is very good. We are having early spring, summer weather, so people are making the most of it. Hence, I'm trying to keep my live stream on Saturdays now to 1 hour. So this is why in the ad, I think I said in the description, and some of the posts I made on what I posted on my community, information I posted on my community as well, I did say from 6 to 7. So hi, and let me just welcome a few people in the house. Carol Suji, it's really nice to see you. Thank you. How is it in the US? I hope you guys are getting some sunshine. We have been enjoying glorious sunshine. We enjoyed a very glorious Easter weekend. And throughout this week, it's been so good. I've actually been out this morning in the park to do a walk with my daughter. And that has been very nice and spend some time with them as well. So I decided to head home to come and prepare for this live streaming, today's live stream. Yes, Carol, I hope you're able to chat with us, or if you would like to come on the stream, on the screen, that would be useful as well. As usual, you know, I like people to join me. And those of you who are still watching in the background, you are also welcome. Yeah, so right, I'm just going to dive straight into the topic because I feel that it's good to start from the beginning and not keep people waiting. So those who are joining us later can always watch it as a playback. Right, today's topic is very interesting. We're going to be discussing a subscriber's question. As you can see in the description box, I did explain a gentleman this time around. He's actually in his 30s. So he is very intelligent young man. He didn't describe himself like that, but I do through my interaction with him. He's doing a well-paid corporate job, and he is based in the UK. So, so he's also a second generation of migrant. So his families originally are from Africa. So I'm not going to say which African country he's from again, not to give his identity away. So he is a very intelligent young man. He's doing a corporate job and he's getting very good salary. But because of the area of where he works in, of the area of his job, his profession, he has also been able to start what they now call side hustle. As we know, a lot of people. Okay, sorry. Oh, yeah. Carol said today is awesome. Sorry, my console was covering it before. I couldn't quite see. It's 1 p.m. here today. Thank you. It's 6 p.m. in the UK, but the weather has actually been glorious. Thank you for that. So, yes, let me go back to this young man's story. He's a graduate. He's actually got his master's, and he's risen very well in his profession. But because he's so intelligent with so many other things he's doing so many other side hustles. He's doing about two, let's just say, he said he's doing 2 side hustles seriously. Okay, he's very good at 2 hustles. That's what he said. But he doesn't have enough time to commit to them because of this new craze. Am I allowed to use that word? New excitement about people quitting 9 to 5 job and making it as an entrepreneur. He said his wife and his own family, his parents, and his immediate, let's just say his siblings, his close family network, you know what I mean? His wife, his parents, and his siblings, mostly, and some close friends, they are all encouraging him to take the side hustle seriously and do it as a full-time job so that he can quit his 9 to 5, because they have been sending him videos of all the successful 9 to 5 quitters who are making it big in the entrepreneurial field. But he doesn't feel ready. So, and for him, he doesn't really feel the entrepreneurial thing is his thing. He's very comfortable in the job he's doing. He's very happy, and it's something he will wish to happily do for the next 10 years so that he will see how things will plan out. Otherwise, his side hustle, he just sees it as a hobby. He really enjoys doing it, but he cannot really see himself doing it as a full-time job that will earn him money. But however, the pressure from the family and friends, they kind of telling him he's sitting on a gold mine. People don't even have the skills he has, and people don't have the opportunity that he has got, and they are making it so much more better than he is doing, and so forth and so forth. So, and this is now putting pressure on his marriage and pressure in the relationship between him and his family members. So today's discussion is, he wants us to kind of advise him what he should do about this. So this is why I said I should bring it to the group as usual. We are very good at engaging, and we're always very happy. We are also very helpful at interacting and adding value to the discussion. So what we have to do today is to, first of all, I am going to lay out what my views are and some of the research that I have done. Yeah, that's how he should go about it, or how we should, because I think he's not the only one in this boat. He's not the only one in this dilemma. So many of us are, including very person sitting here, including myself. So hello, Jane. Thanks for joining us. So what do we say to this young man? First of all, let me just put my own understanding, my feeling about this entrepreneurial fantasy and craze that is going on right now. Becoming an entrepreneur or running your own business, be it online, be it a physical shop, whatever kind of business you want to run, I think is very important to look at it very well. Because so we have a new person in the house. Ifeoma okay, thank you very much for joining us. So yes, you are welcome to this important discussion. So yeah, what I want to first of all say, I'm going to say some certain things. First of all, people don't tell you everything about entrepreneurship or running your own business. It is hard work. It is easy to do it not quite easy. When you're doing it as a side hustle, it's different from when you are doing it as a full-time job and every of your income depends on it. So whether, especially when you're in diaspora, I know that even in Africa, people can be juggling two side hustles and just doing a bit of buying and selling on the side while they are still doing their job. Sometimes you can even incorporate it into your workplace. You can bring some of the things you said to work. But in the, especially in UK in particular, where I have experience, there's so much you can bring in your side hustle into work. It's not everything, every side hustle you do, or okay, it depends on the kind of job you do. You are not even allowed to discuss your side hustle. So, because it might be against the ethos of what you do, that you cannot actually buy or sell to your colleagues, and you cannot discuss that with any of the things you do in your personal life with your colleagues. But there are some certain job where you can describe, where you can discuss it. So, but there are some job in Obodo Imbo you cannot, or in diaspora, that you cannot discuss those things. Oh, Ifoma is. Oh wow, that's your sister-in-law. Oh wow, Ifoma, thank you very much. So you are the amazing If you have been hearing about. I hope I'll meet you soon. So yes, thanks for coming to support me. So I hope you might be willing to come in and throw in your 2 pence. I do always encourage people to come on the screen. You don't have to come with your video face. You can just come with your voice and join and add your contribution. But if you're if you're happier to speak on the chat, just to carry on chatting and to contribute your views in the chat, that's also welcome. Thank you very much for coming. I really, really do appreciate that. Yes. So yes. Oh, hi, our popular Uju. the head prefect of the class is here. Thank you very much for coming. When I don't see you in class, I start getting worried. Thank you for your commitment and your love. Okay, she says she's still watching the ad. Oh, she hasn't even heard what I'm saying. The acronym. She have a lovely voice. Okay, our in-law Ify. So come and share your lovely voice with us. So please, it's very tricky. Okay, Carol said, let me just read some comments before I go back to the story, or to the narrative. It's very tricky situation, especially when the immediate family is involved. Definitely, you're right. Oh, hi, Rita. Hi, Rita. Thank you for coming. Good evening, Mabel. Hello, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All my regulars are coming to the house now. I'm very concerned that the weather is getting better. Everybody wants to enjoy the summer holiday. So you can see, that's why I'm trying to keep my live stream to 1 hour now. I know it's not always feasible for other people. I mean, some people have to join late, but we have to be realistic. The weather is glorious in the UK, so everyone wants to jump out there and enjoy it in the park, and be in the park and enjoy the lovely weather. So yes. So yes. So like I was saying, entrepreneurship, or being your own business, or having passive income, side hustle, those are words that have been thrown around these days. Sometimes if you are not doing it, it's as if you are missing out. If you are still doing 9 to job, it's almost seems as now these days as if you're a lazy person, or you're not smart enough. But is that all the facts? Is that really the truth? So many people don't tell us, or what many people don't tell you, even some of those success stories you see, it's only one in a billion, one in a lifetime, that you see some people will just start and make and rise and make their billions. And for every whatever they call the Facebook guy and all these other people you hear, Bill Gates and what's our name, what's the great man in our country, Dangote, and all these other successful people. Look at how many are there. There are so few out of the billions and billions of people on earth. So those few success stories get into people's head, and everybody start jumping around. It came to a point in the UK, many of the young, mostly young men, when they finish uni, when they're in uni, they're already starting one online business or one thing or the other, e-commerce and the rest of it. By the time they graduate, they don't even have the interest to look for work. They are still doing this e-commerce or digital or one thing or the other. And before you know it, they are 3-5 years at home. Many of their friends who have got a paid job, they're able to save up, they got a deposit. Within 5 years, they are getting a deposit, they are moving out of their parents' home. But the so-called entrepreneur are still there struggling. I'm not saying to discourage our children or our young adults from being an entrepreneur if they actually have the skills and they have the knowledge and they have this gift out there to achieve something. But we really have to be mindful. This is something we all need to really, really think carefully about. Even all the matured ones, like those of us in our 50s, as some of you are aware, I started something recently called the Mabel Academy. That has actually opened my eyes to a lot of things. There are so many things people don't tell you when you are starting. It's like digital thing, online business. Everybody think, oh, once you go online, you just get customers. It doesn't come easy like that. There's a lot of hard work that go on behind the scene. So for you to actually be a successful entrepreneur, there are a lot of steps you have to take. First of all, you need to have a mentor. And you have to be prepared to pay for this mentor service because it doesn't come cheap and it doesn't come free. And it's not everything you can get on YouTube. People come on YouTube and tell you Patricia Bright is a shining star among the Black and Nigerian community. She's born and raised in the UK and she's very successful. For every Patricia Bright, there are thousands and thousands of others who tried entrepreneur or tried their own business, passive income, and all the things she has applied, and it wasn't successful for them. I'm not trying to discourage people. I'm just trying to for people to be realistic. Oh, wow, we have a new person there. I Davo. Good evening, my dear, lovely to see you again. Oh, wow. It's possible you know me already. I can't, maybe you are logging with somebody with a different login. I know sometimes we do login. If we log in with different gadgets, they come in with different name. Aidavo. Please remind me who you are. I always like to know my guest. And Luana, our regulars, is here. Thank you for coming. That's another head prefect in this class. Yourself and Uju, you are my head prefect. Uju says she's still watching ad. Uju, if the ad is too long, abandon it. Oh, the other day I was on your LS or somebody LS, the ad was going on. And when I look, I realized the ad was going to go for 20 minutes. I had to skip and join. No, please. If you are hearing me, if it's one of those ads, please abandon it and skip it and join us. You rather be here. Yes, thank you all very much for joining. All those of you who've joined us already, I really appreciate all of you. So yes, what am I trying to say? I'm not trying to be, I just feel we should be realistic. And I joined a business group, mentorship group, where we are being supported to build it, where we are being supported to build every of our side hustle or our plan, how to execute it. It's a lot of hard work. I have to be honest with you. Even my family can feel it. Jane, my sister, can feel it. My daughter, my husband, everybody is feeling it. The amount of time I have to put into it. So it's not something that comes so cheap and that comes so easy. A lot of hard work goes on behind the scene before you can actually launch anything online. There are people who, some of the examples that we have been taught in class, you can see that actually it takes about 3 years for every successful entrepreneur to make a breakthrough. It's only very few that will just start hit the ground running and they get everything they need and they're able to start matching their own wage, the wage or salary or what they were getting in their paid job. But it doesn't come like that for everybody. Some people will work and you actually work harder than you work in your paid job to actually get it off the ground. So yeah, this is what I'm trying to tell people today. So this young man, this is the work I've been doing with him and his wife to make them understand that, because especially the wife, because the gentleman said, or the young man is in his 30s, so he actually said it's causing a lot of grief in his home because his wife is the ringleader who he's sitting on a gold mine. They could have been millionaires by now. He's just happy with his corporate job and he's actually earning a good job. I don't really want to give away his income. They own their own home. They are doing quite well and he's quite someone who is savvy, who is quite good with finance and is saving and is implementing so many good plans. But people still feel he should quit that job and do his side hustle full time, and he doesn't feel he's ready. So, anyways, our big sis Ifechi is in the house. Hello, host and everyone. Sorry, won't be active because have visitors been cooking and about to give them some food. I understand, big sis. I understand. Yeah, it's very important, especially now that we are getting very beautiful spring. Do you people like my spring flower in the background? You see, we are enjoying all the spring flowers. I just like to spring up the place and make my background enjoy some of the beautiful nature that is going on right now. So yes, we are really the spring is really springing up in the UK. We are having early summer. We hope it continue like this. I hope it doesn't go and have start having very raining June. Let me know. Let me know jinx it as they say. So yes, this is where we are. So thank you, Rita. Rita's a very nice background. Thank you. I'm trying to make an effort. Somebody gave me the verse as part of my birthday and other my business move plan. Everybody, all my friends are interested in the Mabel Academy and they're trying to support me to put this in place. Somebody gave me the verse and gave me a bunch of flowers for my birthday. So I said, oh, let me try and replicate it and keep it going for a while until I move on to the next. Actually, more of a plant person than a flower. So, so yes. If any of you want to come up and speak to us your own experience, I think we should share our experience with this young man. I'm copying the link and I will put the link there. Like I said, you can always come up and speak with your voice. And if you wish to put your photo on, your video on, that would be very much appreciated. I like that too. But if you don't feel like putting your video on, I mean, then you can still come with your voice. Or otherwise, if you feel more comfortable to keep chatting, you can just continue to chat. So, right, what is your view? What do you people think? Are any of you in the audience, have you tried being an entrepreneur as a side hustle? Or have you quit your 9 to 5 job? I know it's not really 9 to 5 everywhere, but in the UK and in abroad, I think most people just call it 9 to 5. So have you quit your full-time job, your 9 to 5 job to become an entrepreneur? Do you know anybody who have done it successfully? What did you think were the ingredients that make it successful for that person? So, though, have you seen some people who have got their hands burnt, who have quit their 9 to 5 job and not quite jump into it, they went into what they thought was a good entrepreneurial scheme or business, and maybe a few years down the line, they realized the business was not meeting their need, wasn't raising enough income to meet their bills and their day-to-day life living, and they have had to quit that and gone back. I've seen people like who have had to return to their 9 to 5 job when the business they started had issues. So there were some people who actually started something and the pandemic just crashed everything. Whereas during the pandemic, some people were able to set up new things like yours more here. I started YouTube in the pandemic. But it doesn't mean some people have started YouTube and they just blow. This is me nearly 2 years on. I'm still scrolling with the 2,000 subscribers in my first channel and about 1,000 plus on this channel. But how do we value our success as well? So is it the value we are adding, or is it just the monetary value, or is it just the value we are adding, or the job satisfaction, or the community we have built? So do we look at the holistic way to measure our success, or is it just matching and exceeding our income? Is that the only way we see our success in our entrepreneurship? So, but the bills definitely have to be paid. We have to prioritize that. We know that is very important. And also, there are some people who have gone into entrepreneurship and have ended up in huge debt and have had to go back to 9 to 5 job and end up spending years and years trying to pay off the debt. So it's different categories and different people. And it does what set people apart as well. That's another thing I want to throw out there. Oh my goodness, Monica Yedeji, that's one of my old guests as well. Thank you for coming today. Oh wow, I do appreciate all of you when you show up. Yeah, we do have a WhatsApp group of our old girls, both in Nigeria and abroad, and in diaspora. So thank you, Monica, for coming. I really, really do appreciate you for coming. She was my junior in school. It's really making me feel all grown up now and all maturing. Still here. We join you soon. That's fine, Uju. You've always been doing very well. Oh my goodness, I have someone else there. G Rach TV. If you are new in the house, you're welcome. Please, all of you that are here, can you give me a thumbs up, please? Don't forget to give Auntie Mabel thumbs up, because if you do that, it will help to promote it and get more people here. This is a very important topic that you know that is really timely and everyone needs to learn from it. Yes, so please give me thumbs up. Give me thumbs up. Even if you are staying for a little while, even if you are listening in the background, please give me thumbs up. It's very important. I'm just going to look on my phone and see how the thumbs up is lining up. And I have some notes on my phone as well. Let me actually bring that notes up and make sure I cover everything. Sometimes when I get so excited in this LS, sometimes I forget. Right, let me try and read people's comments. It's really important. Yeah, Monica said, good job, Auntie Mabel. Thank you very much. I do appreciate all of you for all your support. Yeah. Right, and let me end that. I don't need the ad. Oh wow, the thumbs up is rising. So please, all of you, give me thumbs up. It's really important. That's you're doing well. That's not bad. Thank you all for support. G Rach TV says, my sweet rival Jane, I love you. Oh my goodness, who is that now? It's one of those Jane's person then. All right then. Probably I'll get to know who you are later on. Oh, thumbs up done, please. Thank you, Ju. Thanks for doing the thumbs up. Luana said, I don't know anybody who tried it. People are very risk averse. My impression was always that you have to invest a lot before making a profit. Yes, yes. That's a point, Luana. That's a point. But one thing that we all have to be mindful of this is, thank you very much for raising that. Some of us that are risk averse, we do think like that, like me. I'm one of those who will think it through properly and worry and think about, not quite, okay, think about, I try to analyze it very well and say, how long will it reach? How long will it take to, how many hours and what do I have to do to get it from A to B to start making probably £500 top profit to £1,000 profit, and to start matching what your take home is, because the bills are still going to be running in, the bills are still going to be rising, they are going to be coming regularly, monthly. Whether you are making profit or you're not making profit, your bills will still have to be paid. If you are paying rent or your mortgage, we still have to be paid. There are standard bill in the UK. They're actually rising right now. The cost of living is rising. I know during the pandemic, we all had a bit of a downtime, where there was no travel, there was no entertainment. We're all indoors and all of that, even just going for a walk in the park. So things were a bit, where some people were able to save some money, and a lot of online businesses sprang up here and there. And some were successful, but not all of them are successful. But the downside is what always worries me. The side that I think people should be mindful of is that people always talk of the success stories. So it's only very few people you will see online or who are not successful that people will talk about. It's the successful they will always put on the Financial Times newspaper or interview them on television. And so this whiz kid just started gaming, and before you know it, even look at YouTube. On YouTube, it's those who have lots of following that everybody clamor about and run after. Those of us who are just like doing all this chit chat and discussion and just kind of crawling and just only managed to be monetized and all of that. Nobody really care about us. Even we just attended YouTube masterclass recently, It's the successful one they still come to speak to other people. And even then, to even attend that master class, you have to have 1,000 subscribers. You can imagine. So yes, we really need to be mindful. So, and one of the things I really want people to know as well at this part as well is the importance of having a mentor. Don't jump in head first. Don't do it all by yourself. I know 9 to 5 job can be very stressful as well. There are so many reasons people want to leave their 9 to 5 job. Like my 9 to 5 job was very stressful and it was even affecting my health. And those of you who didn't hear my story, I told the story on my birthday live stream about 2 or 3 Sundays ago. I think 3 Sundays ago now. Yeah, when that it was my birthday. So the story is there when I shared it. So there are a lot of reasons why you might want a career change. So what I really want people to think about today, do you need a career change? Or do you want to be an entrepreneur? So it's something you have to ask yourself, because these days, when job is difficult for people, either it's stressful, you have the reason. Let me just stress some of this, analyze some of the reasons people might want to quit their job. It could be that the job is very stressful, they are not paid, well paid, they have a job, the culture of the place is not suitable for them because there's always this cliques and politics and stuff like that. They are not being recognized for what they are worth. There are so many other reasons. It could be the commuting, as we have discussed in one of the LS. A gentleman who was commuting too far, 2 hours each way to work. So whatever it could be, there could be a lot of reasons why our job can be affecting our health, or it's so difficult we don't really want to do that job anymore. So, but when that is going on, do we need a career change, or do we have a good entrepreneurship idea? So one of the things I really want to throw out here at the beginning of this chat, I don't know if you can see scroll up to that page, you will see that I put a what's it called? I put a link there to my Mabel Academy. These are some of the things we are going to be discussing in that group. Even this couple who wrote me this, the wife has been working with me in the membership group here, and they have actually signed up for the Mabel Academy. These are the things we are going to be doing in depth. We are going to be holding your hand. So please, if you have not joined my landing page, can you please click on the description box, in the description box of this live stream, and click on the link. You see a blue link there that leads you to the landing page of Mabel Academy. What you can do at this stage is to just go on the waiting list. We are those people who join the waiting list early. First of all, we are at the point now where we are sending them the next information. So because we really want people to be part of developing the whole of it. We don't want to be doing things to you. We want to do things with you. Because I think that's another thing. Some people already set up this, sometimes you attend some of this mentorship thing. It's always like high profile. People are already charging you thousands of pounds. They feel unreachable. They glamorize everything. And sometimes when you join them, you realize, I can't really measure up to these people, and they have taken all my money. Well, where do I go from here? So this is why we want to do something that we can all do together as a community. So if you are struggling in your job, we don't really want you to remain. People like us did it. Look at this. I've been 30-something years in the UK. I know how many jobs and journeys I have journeyed to reach where I am, and to still be at this age, and you are looking up towards pension. There are some people of my age group. They work so hard in the nursing or whatever profession they work in, and they say they earn good money, but at the end of the day, they are not even the so-called pension they were looking up to. By the time they are approaching 60, their health is so bad, emotional, physical well-being is so bad. I know arthritis is not something that people bring on themselves. There's so many things we do, part of the job we do, that can actually impact on our health. So I think people should be mindful if your job is really impacting on your emotional, physical, or mental, or psychological well-being. Jumping into entrepreneurship might not be the option, but it might just be you need hand holding to tease out, to find out what are your transferable skills you can use to move on to something else, or how you can retrain. It's not everything you have to go to uni, like many of us do. You have to go to uni for 3 years to go and study social work. It's not like that anymore. There are so many other short courses you can do that can actually guide you to do something better, that will be less stressful, and will actually earn you more money. So these are some of the things we are going to be doing in Mabel Academy. So please, if you haven't, I know some of you here have already joined the landing page. Those who have already joined the waiting list. And the landing page, please access the landing page from your laptop. And if you have one, either your laptop or your desktop. Like I said in the last video, the video I posted yesterday, it was only about 7 minutes video. I made it very short. So yeah, please let me read some comments. Sorry guys, it's hot here. Even besides that, I'm a woman of a certain age. I always have to put up the fan. I hope it doesn't make me raise my voice too much. Luana said, okay, Jane is welcoming Monica there. Thank you very much. Luana said, I know one Christian couple that offer counseling through in form of a course and on a Facebook. I think they started last year. That's good. Thank you. There are so many things we can start. Jane said, G Raj TV is the same as if Informa. Okay, then. Okay, that's all right then. Okay, that's good. Luana said the link is visible. Ma, thank you very much, Luana. Thank you for your support. I can't take your support for granted. Oh my goodness. Davo said it is advisable to do this as a side business until it takes off. Yes, I would also suggest doing something you really enjoy. If you go in with an unrealistic expectation, okay, let's see. All right. Did it cut off there? Because sometimes it only allows certain amount of words. So Davo, please complete what you were trying to write, because the chat only allows certain number. It is only about 200 characters that you cut off, so you have to break it up. So yeah, thank you very much for engaging. Thank you all of you for that contribution. I really appreciate that. So yes, this is why it's important. I think, especially, I know not everybody here, not though all of you that are watching just a play, but I know none of you will be from our Black and ethnic minority community. I just feel one of the things that is missing, that many people don't want to get involved in, is the mentorship. It is very important to have a mentor. There's no point to start diving and swimming and sinking all by yourself in this day and age. It's very important to have. I have a mentor, and I have a fabulous mentor that I have been working with for quite a while now. And I've actually had mentor in different ways, in different areas of my life. Like when I was off sick, I told you the story last time on that same story of my birthday. On my birthday, I think is the one where I say happy birthday or something like that in that title. It's my birthday, I have to celebrate or something like that. So if you go down 3 Sundays ago on the 10th of May, 10th of April, not May, where we had the the live stream we did on that day. So I was telling the story how I was off sick from work for 5.5 months. Going back to work was dreadful for me. I had to engage a health and well-being coach to guide me, to support me, to transit back into work. My work offered me CBT and all the other tech and other support system to get me back to work. But I was still very apprehensive because my job is very demanding, So I have to pay somebody outside of my workplace to guide me, to just help me do that transition, to help me reflect. So this is something we have to be prepared to do sometimes. Some of us are not prepared to. We just feel, oh, I can do it by myself, or let's just pray about it. It's important to pray. But I always tell people, like the Bible says, prayer without work is dead. We always have to also do the practical things alongside prayer. Prayer is important, but we need to do other things alongside. We need to take the practical steps to help us. So yes, so this is why, and we need the community as well. What you will get when you join the Mabel Academy is still the land, it's just still in the waiting list. But with the plan, we're already developing the content and everything. What you get is the community as well. Because you need community of like-minded people. And this is what I have got, that have given me the boldness and the step and the support system to get me to be planning the Mabel Academy. Like I said, it's a lot of what that's going into it, but I've got an expert that is working with us and bringing all the different expert people to help us do our website, design our website. It's not just the mushroom one, they just say, oh, go online, and this is much more than that. You want to offer value to people, you want to make a difference in people's life. So we are going to have a community, we're going to have different kinds of systems that is going to help you to actually know which area of your life do you really want to. You might be comfortable, like financially. Some of us have invested, we've got our own property where they allow you to buy. I know there are some places where buying, like I know the Scandinavia or whatever, some other part like Germany. I have friends in Germany where sometimes buying is not always the best option. So there are so many ways that you can still invest for your future. Like I was just discussing with somebody recently about lifetime ISA. Lifetime ISA in the UK is something that is very important. That is part of the package I have developed as well. A lot of people didn't know that, don't even up to now, don't think it's relevant to them. Some people will say, I don't want to buy property, so I don't really need it. But it's important, especially when you're approaching, because it's only between 18 and 40 that 40 years old that you can do. Once you cross 40, you cannot open a lifetime ISA anymore. So I'm really talking to people. I've actually recorded a video that I'm going to put out on my Instagram to let people understand that if you are 38, 39 right now, at least if you're even between 30 and 39, make sure you just open it with £1 and just leave it there. But you know that between that until you are 50, you can continue to save on lifetime ISA. But you must open it before you turn 40. But many people don't know, they are missing the boat. People like us didn't even have that opportunity. We've already crossed 40 before they brought lifetime ISA. But there are some other opportunities that are available to people over 40s, 50s, and in their 60s. So it's communities like this, like Mabel Academy, that is when you can access those kind of information to help us grow as a community. And some of us will say, oh, me, I'm already getting old. I'll just live on my work pension and my state pension. It's enough for me to survive. But work generational wealth, it's not just about money. It's not about, oh, I left a big house for my children, or I left another holiday house. I live in a big house in Victoria Island or wherever, Lekki, phase 1 or phase 10, they're doing in Nigeria right now in Abuja. That's not enough. What financial education? What emotional education, emotional well-being education are you leaving these children? As we all know from our experience, so there are some rich men back in Nigeria. By the time they die, within 5 years, the so-called wealth they work so hard to do is gone, because the people they left it with were not properly raised, and they didn't give them enough financial skills to manage those businesses. They just got it free. They just got everything free from when they were small. Let me read some more comments, please. Davos said, expectation of instant profit. You continue what you were writing before. It can become daunting to set some goals to guide you. Yes. So let me just read the continuation of that thing you wrote. It is advisable to do this as a side business until it takes off. I would also suggest doing something you really enjoy. That's true. If you go in with an unrealistic expectation of instant profit, it can become daunting. So set some goals to guide you. That's true. It is also very important. Sometimes some people look at only what they enjoy, but what's the demand for what you enjoy? There are things you can do as charity. I have had a charity in Nigeria back since 2011. Before I even set up that charity, people like Jane and all the others know that there are so many ways I tested the water. So before it was launched officially, I was already operating the charity module with some family members testing it all out. But I was able to learn from the mistakes we made while we're still trying it out behind the scene before it was actually. Then we had to tweak all the systems before it was launched officially. Even after it was launched, we're still tweaking the system as we go along. So what am I trying to say? It's not every passion or everything you enjoy that you can turn into a business. So the demand for that product is very important. So there are some passion that you can just use as a charity or social enterprise. There are different models. Charity is just charitable or non-governmental, non-profitable organization. Social enterprise made profit, but is reinvested back into the business and the enterprise. So on social enterprise, you can actually run it as a full-time job and put yourself in salary or whatever you think is costing. Put yourself in salary and probably your expenses and all the others. Not just like a charity where you're just running it purely because of a charity, which Nigerian people sometimes have got them into very hot waters in this country. They don't know the difference. They take money and say it's charity and they spend it on themselves. So we really need to understand all these modules, all different types, and what do you test your passion and your enjoyable, really enjoy an idea that you really enjoy and passionate about. How do you try and test it to see that is it in demand? Is this something that can be profitable? Or is this something you should just keep as a charitable project? So all these are some of the things we are going to be supporting you to guide you through in the Mabel Academy. Sorry, I didn't really want to turn this LS into talking too much about Mabel Academy. It's just that it just happened. And this gentleman also is I've already started working with him. And I've actually guided him, the way I've spoken to him, I've actually enabled him to go back to his family members and friends and his wife. His wife is particular. I've had to work with both of them on a one-to-one basis to let them realize that that's part of my life coach. I do life coaching work on one-to-one as well with people. So to help her to tease out and to go and draw up the plan to know why her husband's side hustle that they think is so skilled and knowledgeable about, why it might not be a profitable business and why it might not match his 9-to-5 income right now that she's beautifully enjoying, because she only have to work part-time because of their children. They currently have 2 children and she's planning to have more. So that she's able to work part-time because of her husband's good job. And I'm helping her to sit down and analyze how much her husband is going to invest her time, how she's going to work more, and she might have to pull her socks off also and work more as well in the so-called side business. And how many years I've even given them some examples of people who have had to work on their side hustles work their socks off, work night and day for 3 good years or longer before they start actually realizing something. So yes, so it is very important to be analytical. And some 9-to-5, some of us actually want people also need to, there's a quiz we set up in Mabel Academy that we actually help you to tease out from yourself that, are you actually a 9-to-5er? Do you actually have the skills and the personality to become an entrepreneur, a business owner, be it digital, be it a physical shop, a physical business, digital, online, or whatever that everybody's singing about? So yes, you really need to know exactly what you are cut out to. The point is, not all of us are cut out to be an entrepreneur. Some of us are just happy, and I really want people, that's the point I really want to stress in this LS today, is that if you are cut out, if you are enjoying your 9-to-5, be content with your 9-to-5 and be happy. There are billions of us in the world. We all cannot be entrepreneur. If everybody is entrepreneur, who will work for those people? Even when people are still a digital business owner, you still have to employ, like me. I've been getting people. I got a website designer. I got somebody, some people have seen my Mabel Academy logo. I got somebody to design that logo for me. I couldn't do it myself. So I've got people, I've got a mentor, I've got other people in the team who I'm not employed right now, but they are helping me to do a lot of stuff. So if every of us become an entrepreneur, who are we going to employ to do the job? Who is going to be our nurses, our health practitioner like our wonderful Uju? Who is going to be the social worker like Mabel? Who is going to be the hair care assistant like all the people we know around us? Who is going to be the teachers in our schools? Who is going to do all these several local? Not every, many of our jobs can be replaced by machine. I know some people will say, oh, in the years, 50 years time, there will be hardly most of our jobs. Not everything. The pandemic made us to realize that there's still so much we still have to. You still need people. All our admin and all of us that were working from home during the pandemic, those who were not like in hospital, were not doing the full-time job, face-to-face job. Even the teachers were still teaching online. They were still doing their lesson plan. It's not everything that can be replaced by digital stuff. Hi, Uju is back. Welcome back, Uju. I do understand. You know, every day I expect you to be active here. You still have a life to lead outside here. Saturdays can be busy for us. So do you see, like I said in the beginning, I'm keeping my LS to 1 hour now. The weather is glorious in the UK, so I'm not going to sit around for hours and hours talking. The sun is blaring in front of me right now as I'm sitting here. So yeah, I went to the park this morning. I have to rush back quickly to do that. I do enjoy the LS by all means. So please, are the questions? I still have quite a list of questions that I still have already waiting. So yes, Luana said the legal aspect of your own business have to be understood and well set up. It shouldn't come as a surprise that you have to have accounting and paperwork in place. Definitely. That's an area as well that many people, it's a shock to many people. Thank you very much, Luana, for raising that. Yeah, it was actually one of the things on my list. I didn't want to I'm trying so much not to. I'm a 3 to 10. Uju. So you're 3 to 10. Now that's good. You know that your US, you guys have different hours. Yeah, it's true actually. Even in the UK, some of those of you in the health profession here do different shifts. So thanks for letting us know they're actually 3 to 10. And you actually I think you told us on one of your earlier that you only work 3 days a week, which is good. If you can afford to do that, it's really good. Well done. And that's the best thing to do with that little princess there. So yeah, Luana said again, sometimes a side business is easier than a tax. That is easier from a tax perspective. Yes, it's true. You are right. There are so many reasons. That's one thing mistake people make when they do it as a side business and it's not making so much profit. They just kind of declare it alongside their paid job. And it's when they give it all up, they realized, even when I have to register this company first of all, Ebo Mabel Academy, Ebo Mabel Services, then part of it, the arm of it is Ebo Mabel Academy. It was even registering, opening a bank account and all the rest of it has been daunting. Even when we have a mentor that is guiding us on what to do, it is daunting. People don't think of that. People just see all the glam side of things. We just say some of us are there because of the benefits. Some of you are in this job because of the benefits. Okay, that's good. It's true, actually. It's very important. Yes, because I know in US, we have to be employed to get your healthcare insurance, isn't it? In the UK, too, people think, oh, in as much as, oh, you have a free NHS, but it comes with your national insurance number, your national insurance contribution. So it's just a different system. And people really need to be mindful because cost of living is rising. The so-called state pension, like they are raising the goalposts. People like me now, they moved it to 67 years. I told you one of the LS, one of my friends was actually saying, let me have a drink. One of my friends was actually saying, by the time we get to that, they might move it to 70. And even then, because of inflation, whatever the pension is buying, I might not be able to buy it then. There was a story my daughter shared with me this morning because bills from April, cost of utility bill, what we call gas and electricity, has risen so much in the UK. There was an article of a family who said they disconnected their service from the electricity provider. They decided to provide their own kind of campfire kind of lighting in their house. Probably, I'm sure they live in the suburb, not in the city. There's so much you can do. Not everything you can. You have to use these services because they are mandatory. They are compulsory. How can you light your house? How can you cook if you disconnect your utility bill? You have to pay your water. Everything is going up. So yeah, we just said Again, that is why people are still working who are supposed to. Yeah, definitely. People hardly retire, even in the UK as well. Some people continue to work part-time just to supplement their work-based pension or state pension. We just said again, the pandemic was an eye-opener, definitely. I love your background. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Luana said also, I think the value of your experience shouldn't be defined on what your former employer was willing to pay. Definitely. This is the thing. These are some of the things people don't understand. These are some of the things we'll be working with in our community group, because with in the Mabel Academy, like what I joined, the business group, mentor group I joined, that's what they've done for us. There are people who are interested in property. Then you can do joint venture. You can bring like-minded people together. You know, it's not everybody that is interested in more can brisk. And it's not every people that have enough money to even do joint venture. But there are other simple ways you can even invest. You know, even some people will say, oh, they're in their 50s, it's too late. It's never too late. I know in the last few years, the difference I have made to my financial capability because of the choices and differences and the knowledge I have gained. And this is what I want to share with other people. You might be comfortable. You might have your own property. You might have your own home, but there are still some ways you can invest that while you are sleeping, this so-called passive income people talk about, it's not rocket science. You can make it better for yourself. Like what I was just saying about the lifetime ISA in the UK. Just imagine if you know that before you turn 40, if I had no, look at my sister there. If I had that knowledge there before she turned 40, I would have said, sorry, Jane, I hope I'm not giving your age away. You're not a baby yet. You're not a baby anymore. So yeah, if I had known, I would have said, oh, please, you go and set up lifetime ISA. Just put £1 in there. You can continue to save on lifetime ISA until you are 50. So just imagine for every 4,000 you save, the government give you 1,000 every year. But the only cash in the caveat is that you can only use it to buy your first home or leave it for your retirement. So, but if you already have your first home, you are not eligible. So, but there are a lot of people there who didn't know this. Just imagine you're saving 4,000 every year and you're giving 1,000, you're getting 1,000 on top of it. Just do the maths. From 40 to 50, is that not about 10 times 4? That's 40,000. Then you are getting another 10,000 on top of it for doing absolutely nothing. You know, it's just there, just giving it to you because it's just been there because the government realized they want to encourage people to be able to, those who wanted to join to be on the property ladder. However, if you choose not to, by the time you are 50, if you don't buy, then it's there for you and it's continuing to earn interest, but you cannot take it until as your retirement. You can imagine that how much that would be by the time you are 60 or whatever the retirement age is, or when I'm sure in the UK so far now, when you turn 55, you can actually take a percentage of your pension. 25% of your pension is tax-free. You see? So there's so much knowledge out there that people don't know, so many things you can do. If we know your circumstance, if we have your mindset, you come in and say, okay, I don't like my job anymore. I've been a social worker. Look, my daughter told me once, out of the blue, she just said that. They visited me because it wasn't a planned holiday during the pandemic. And she could see, because usually when they are visiting, I plan and take time off. If I'm coming to spend time with the grandson, babysit for them when they go away for their anniversary holiday, it's a planned leave. So I'm able to down the tool, or even if I have to reply to some phone calls and email, that's my choice. But they came this time around because there was a little bit of a lockdown after the first lockdown, there was a little bit of a break in July. She could see how I was working so hard from morning to dusk, from dawn to dusk, as they say it in the UK. Do you know, out of the blue, this guy just to be saying, Mom, do you actually know this your job is less than minimum wage? Because of the hours you put in. Because we never sleep, we never switch off. When you are not physically doing the job, you are completing one report, you are completing one case note, you do weekend, sometimes weekend, you can't even see something after church weekend, I'm still writing notes and reports. And it's true, when she told me, they actually realized, compared to the number of hours I put in, that job was less than the minimum wage. And when people see, they glorify you, you're a social worker, you're on so thousand a year. They look at the thousands they said they pay you a year, but by the time they break it down, take out your student loan, take out the council tax, no, not the council tax, take out the tax, take out the national insurance, take out your pension. The take home is actually, it's like a third of your wage is gone all the deduction. It's only 2/3 you take home every month, and you have to manage and still have to pay what they call council tax. And there's so much you have to pay within that. Let me try and read more of this. Okay, Uju said I like the background. Thank you very much. Yeah. All right, yeah, one I read that. Uju said again, healthcare benefit, short-term, long-term benefit, retirement plan. Thank you. Yeah, there are a lot of them. Oh, yes, all this your 401k. I read a lot of it on Dame Ramsey's Financial Peace University. That was, Dave Ramsey was actually the first person that opened my eyes to how much you can manage your money. Then I now started following Mama Fefe in the UK. She's a Scottish lady. Then I started following Ken and Mary, who are my mentors now. They are young, they're only in their 30s, but they are great mentors. So yes, guys, I said I'll be finishing this at 7 o'clock. It's past 7. It's 7, and I know that there are more people just coming in, although they are not everybody's chatting. I hope this has been an eye-opener. So please, I just want people to go away. If you want to ask me more questions, by all means, you don't have to join the academy to ask me questions. You know my IG on my landing page, on my page, my homepage on this channel. I've actually changed it. I've changed it, but I've got the designer to design it for me. So there are so many things. And those of us who are tech savvy, or whatever we call it, who have tech phobia. There are so many ways we can guide you to do things. You don't have to grind, you don't have to stress to do things. There are people you can pay something minimum. I get my designer in Nigeria. He can do a great job. I actually got my designer when I attended an equipment masterclass this year in March. Somebody asked a question. I just realized, I asked her, she said, oh, she doesn't do all those designs by herself. Even the one where she was advertising her masterclass, somebody does it for her. And I just emailed her, said, please, can you give me the name of this designer, please? So he has been designing things for me, the things I used to stress about, because some of us learn differently. The videos, there are times if I have to follow simple step on video, I will watch and be following one step and pause it, follow the next step, pause it. But these people, something I will do in 3 or 4 hours and I will still be frustrated and not complete it. Somebody can just, all these young people or whatever, they might be matured ones as well, very good with tech. They can just do it in 30 minutes. And there are times the money you pay and the time you save, the hours you put, you can use those hours to do other things. So there are so many. Oh, hello. Oh, Fatalistic. Thank you very much for coming. Yeah, I think I found you on Ebo Naija Mama's channel recently. You left a comment there that was something we both commented on. Yes. And Carol said, very, very important topic, Auntie Mabel. I have an Auntie Mary. That's one of my mentor in different ways. My early years in the UK, she was my mentor. So yes, thank you all very much for coming. Like I said, I'm going to be ending my live streaming within an hour now. It doesn't really make sense dragging it. We can trash out all the key elements within an hour so that everybody can go invert and start enjoying this weather while it lasts. And also spend the time to work more behind the scene on Mabel Academy. I've got so much work still left to be done. So yes, I have more content. I'm creating all the video and all the theoretical content, all the different type of content behind it, so that when it's launched, we actually have it's fit for purpose for everybody, adding value and making changes to people's lives. So please, yes, either you go to the beginning of this chat or you go to my description box on this video and click on the link to go to the landing page and leave your details and be on the waiting list. Otherwise, we can you can send me a message through my DM. I need to speak to the designer. Actually, that's one of the tasks I'm doing this evening. He's redesigning it and putting the correct IG on my homepage of my channel. So yes, so that you can reach me through my Instagram. Send me a private message on IG, so we can take it from there. So thanks, dearest sister. It was great discussion. Yeah, thank you, Jane. Thanks for always supporting me. I need a web design. Oh, Uju, we can talk. We can talk after this. Yes, and Carol. Hi, Carol Kedu. Yeah, we are teaching our Nigeria Igbo wife now. Kenya that marry our Igbo brother. We are teaching her Kedu now. Thank you. And Carol was one of the first people to show up today. I think she's been listening in the background. She's like me, Uju. Thank you very much. You were very good at chatting. I really appreciate you. If it's some people by now, because when I turn up Thursday evening is one of my most tiring day because I always have a long day on Thursdays, and you don't always feel that I don't participate as much. I do my best when I can. Even yesterday, 2 days ago, when I was really watching, I fell asleep. By the time at the end of it, I fell asleep. By the time I looked, I realized it was replaying. You've ended it, and it started replaying to me again from the beginning. And meanwhile, I joined very early. I was busy doing other things in the background. Thank you very much. And please, those of you, I can see the number is rising now. Those of you who've just joined us, please go back and watch this as a playback. And please leave me comments. And if you have questions, further questions, send me questions. Otherwise, join the Mabel waiting list, and you will get more information there as we go along because we're getting to the last few weeks of the launch now. So yes, this is the last time for you to put your print in there and say, oh, add that Auntie Mabel, add this something, add this salt and pepper there. I want that, yeah. So anyway, and thank you very much for continuing to support me in this journey. I really do appreciate all of you. I'm actually coming to my 2-year mark on YouTube in May, in about a month's time. I'll be 2 years on YouTube stream. And it has been a very interesting journey. And so all of you here, thank you all very much. And please enjoy the rest of your weekend. And those of you in the UK are enjoying the lovely weather or whatever part of Europe you are. I think Carol also said it was lovely where she is in the US. So all of you, and those of you in Nigeria and Africa who are always getting the sunshine all the time, who take it for granted. But when we see the sunshine here, we are jumping up and down. We're happy. We are enjoying it in the park. So yes, and enjoying the beautiful spring flower at the back behind Auntie Mabel. So yes, I have to go now. I will see you all again next Saturday by God's grace. And thank you for all your support. And hopefully I will try and be able to try and see if I can put in 1 or 2 videos during the week. Yes, and on that note, I will say bye. God bless you all and take care.